I don't have a set expectation, but I do take informal training as part of the evaluation of a person's skill set. It can be very empirical. You can talk about skill sets the same way you would at a job interview, always remembering that we are dealing with art and we're dealing with something that's a little bit more intangible. But there is a skill set, and if someone went to college for 4 years to train to be an actor, that kind of gives them access to a tool belt, let's say, that might make them better prepared for the very fast, 10-day rehearsal process to put a show up, because they've already done that. They've been trained to do it. In other mediums, it really is more about appearance. The commercial side, you have to be instantly identifiable as a type, as a demographic. You have to be a relatable type or an aspirational type. And that doesn't require any training. That's just, how you got put together genetically. So if we're looking for, beautiful models to represent a cruise line, I don't really care if they went to school or not. If they smile and they're beautiful in their bathing suits, that's what the job requirements are for that. So no formal training required. Theatrically, clearly it helps to have a training background. It gives you a vocabulary, a common vocabulary that I can use to get better work out of you. And I think the middle ground is in like the on-camera commercial world. You have formally trained actors that do commercials to make money. You have people that always wanted to be actors who get in front of a camera and they just sparkle there. I think reality TV has changed how advertising agencies look at the talent base. We go to the real people. Those are people out on the street. They just look a certain way and they don't act like actors. I think sometimes actors always look like they're acting, and there's a certain skill that's involved in making it look natural and easy. Sometimes that happens with a formal training program. Other times it's just something people are really good at. But I do appreciate a formal training process. An in-town 2-year conservatory program at one of the more respectable places, of course, is a great, calling card on your resume. It's never a set formula to decide, but you kind of use where people have trained. Even a one-night workshop, if you take it with the right people, you can get a lot of information from them so that you're better informed for the next time you audition. I think it's a fascinating time for our industry. I think the advent of the internet and now what video is doing on the internet, and that anyone can upload video and get, millions of hits. There are some actors that might not have as many people know who they are as some unknown person on YouTube, which is, just fascinating. I think reality television is a reality in the business. It's a functioning element of entertainment these days. I think how people use it to segue their career past that point, depends on the person. I personally don't vibe into, reality TV stars. It kind of changes what you're either a reality person or you're an actor trained to be an actor and you play characters. Reality people play themselves, or play an attitude, or play a character trait in themselves really, really well, and that's what the reality folks focus on. They're casting psychologically. They're casting personality types. They're casting a volatile person with a passive person to make sure that there's a conflict because it's not being written in a script. So I think it's psychological, and I think it's fun to watch, within a certain amount of time. It will never, for me, replace episodic television and script-based television, but I definitely think it's informing the way those other mediums are being created these days.